All right. Hi, Miss Mestel here with your next ATL, which is the Pomodoro Technique. And this is a way that you can start to gamify your time management, making it so those horrid tasks that you don't want to do are a little more bearable. So, before we get into what the technique is, it's important to talk about the concept of the flow state and why Pomodoros. Pomodoro is a type of tomato, as you probably saw on the other slide. And it's basically a way that you make time as an abstract concept into a physical concept, and you reward yourself with Pomodoros as a way to say, I did this successfully. And it's meant to encourage the flow state. Now, typically, when you're in a flow state, you start a task. So for me, I would start with work, and then my phone goes off. I need to check that. It's my friend. I need to respond to them. So we go back and forth for 5 minutes, and then I remember, oh yeah, I got to get that thing done. So I go back, and now something's a little different because now instead of focusing on my task, I'm thinking about my conversation with my friend, and my willingness to do the work and my energy level to do the work is now a little bit lower. And then I start turning to watch TV because it's like, aha, that's going to solve everything. And then I am trying to watch TV and work at the same time. But what ends up happening is I watch 2 or 3 episodes of Ink Master, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I got to get back to that thing. So now I'm doubly distracted because I'm thinking about TV and I'm thinking about checking my phone. And then I start staring off into space. Then I check my phone again because I'm like, oh, what time is it? And by this time, 2 hours have passed and I haven't finished my task. So if I had eliminated these other distractions, then I probably could have gotten the same task done in about 30 minutes. And could have done this if I had achieved an uninterrupted flow state. So that's what the Pomodoro technique is meant to try and achieve. So, step one, you want to decide on a task. These tasks should be about 20, 35 minutes or so. You can decide how long you want it to be. And this can be one large task where you focus on one thing, or a couple small tasks that you decide ahead of time, right? And an example of a big task would be study for a test, exercise, complete one section of a big project, or help a sibling with one homework assignment. Because you gotta take care of yourself too. And I know they need help, but you gotta like have a moment to figure out your own stuff. And then if you have some small things that need to be done that don't quite fit that 20-minute, 35 minutes, you can do some small tasks. So a household chore. Yeah, I can do dishes. That sounds like a 10-minute thing. Read a news article. I don't have any reading to do tonight. I do need to check and respond to my emails, so I can do that in about 10 minutes. And then I do need to check Canvas for my grades and my missing work. So then you can fill up 30 minutes with those tasks. And then you feel like, okay, I got a lot accomplished in that time period. So then the second step, once you've decided on that task, is to focus only on that task. All right. With this intense focus, that means you're not multitasking because you get tired. Remember, if you're trying to switch between a bunch of different things, and this timer becomes law and you will work until it goes off. Now, reason for this, it sounds draconian, but a couple things. It's better motivation. I know if you like games, part of the excitement of the game is that you're trying to beat the clock, you're trying to beat your time, you're trying to beat your high score. So when you have this clock ticking down to finish this task, oh my gosh, I got to finish all these chores in 30 minutes, it gets a little bit more exciting. The second one is it enhances your concentration and cuts out those distractions so you can actually stay on task and create that workflow. And it also strengthens your determination. Now, I know, as well as you all know, the end of the semester comes and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I got all this missing work I got to do. And that time of the end of the semester, this is the final deadline, that's kind of what pushes you forward, makes you determined to get things done. So with the Pomodoro timer, that same idea is applied and it makes you push through difficult work to get it done because you know that clock is ticking. And it makes you less stressed out because you're not doing it at the end of the semester. And then step three, take a break. You did it. Good job. As soon as it's done, as that timer goes off, you've earned yourself some time to breathe. So these breaks can be 5 or 10 minutes long, depending on what you need. You can increase the time for those breaks, and it leaves you refreshed and recycled. So that time pressure you put yourself under, you get to relieve yourself from that. And you get to feel like you're rewarding yourself with something enjoyable before you dive into the next task instead of like, oh, I got to work for 4 hours straight because I got to write this essay. That sucks. So when you have these planned breaks, that writing the essay for 4 hours is a little bit more manageable because they're not 4 hours continuously. And then each break gets a little longer. So it's not that, oh man, I have to work and then only 5 minutes. No, it'll be five, then 10, then 15, then 25. And then you do it all over again. And you can set your whole day around this, or you can set an evening around this. And this is basically what it looks like. So for studying, so you study for 20 minutes, you take a break for 5 minutes, you study for 20 minutes, and then maybe I'm going to take a break for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to study for maybe 30 minutes. And then I have a long break for 15 minutes. So what you can do with our little ATL thing is there's little sticky notes for you to use. And you can put these down and kind of plan out what your week will be like. So here, review notes and do a CAS activity. That'll take me like 30 minutes or so. Then I take a break and eat a snack. I work on one big project, and then I go for a walk. And then maybe I want to finish my day with some exercise. So let's go do exercise real quick, maybe like some weight training or something. And then I got to cook dinner. So I'll do like a quick cook dinner. And then I'll make some tea and relax, and then talk to a friend and relax a little longer. So there you have it. I hope that you enjoyed learning about the Pomodoro technique, and I hope that you get to apply it in your own studies. And good luck with second semester. Bye.